My name is Hannah Yoon, and I am the president of the Great Valley High School National Honor Society. Welcome all on this Tuesday, the 4th of December, to the Great Valley High School National Honor Society induction ceremony. The National Honor Society chooses members with care and thought, assessing each by the 4 pillars: service, character, scholarship, and leadership. Having a strong academic background alone does not make one an NHS member. An NHS member, in addition to taking academic and intellectual challenges, must also be an active and mindful member of our local community and school. For the 2018 to 2019 school year, we have 63 new inductees. To truly understand what our NHS members are like, how dedicated they are to the betterment of society, I think it'd be best to give a quick sample of their volunteer activities as described in their applications. These students have transported patients at Paoli Hospital to and from medical tests, tutored English language learning students and helped them with their homework and study skills, participated in equine-assisted therapy for children with mental disabilities, and harvested crops as volunteers for local food banks. I could go on and on about the activities members are involved in, but I think we'd like to go home in a reasonable time tonight. Together, these 63 students being inducted into the National Honor Society are involved in over 400 service opportunities. Yet being a member of the National Honor Society is more than a list of activities and a high GPA. Each student here tonight is an individual who has shown that he or she is more than capable of handling this great responsibility of improving society and of bettering our world, starting right here with the Great Valley community. New inductees, by accepting your certificate this evening, you are accepting the responsibility of upholding all 4 pillars of the National Honor Society: service, character, scholarship, and leadership. Being inducted into the National Honor Society is a great honor. You should all be proud of your achievements thus far and should continue with the same fighting spirit to make positive change every day. Now, I would like to welcome our principal, Dr. Capitola, to say a few words to our members.
Thank you, Hannah. Good evening. I'm Heidi Capitola, principal of Great Valley High School. Tonight we honor Great Valley High School students who have distinguished themselves by demonstrating excellence in the areas of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. In my brief comments, I'd like to focus on leadership and share with you a favorite quote by John Quincy Adams that I think is appropriate to share on this very special night. He said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." I share that quote because tonight I am in an auditorium filled with leaders who belong to one of 3 groups. First group, parents. Thank you for your leadership in raising your children and for inspiring them to be their very best selves. Parents are our students' first teachers, and clearly you have taught your children well. The staff of Great Valley High School is so very grateful to have your sons and daughters as members of our school community. Second group, teachers. Each student who will be inducted this evening had the opportunity to invite one teacher who has made a positive impact on his or her life. In the audience, I see elementary teachers, middle school teachers, high school teachers, and even one of our teachers who drove all the way from Cape May, New Jersey. She recently got a new job and she drove all the way back to be here with us this evening. I think that shows the dedication of our teachers. All of these teachers have made a positive impact on these students' lives. Thank you, teachers, for your leadership and for all you do every day to positively impact the lives of our students. And last but certainly not least, our Great Valley National Honor Society members. Thank you for being hardworking, excellent students, young men and women of strong character, human beings who truly care and serve your community, positive student leaders of Great Valley High School. I'm really proud to be your principal, and I thank you for your leadership.
I will now light the candle for scholarship. Good evening. My name is Tanya Kalyanda, and I am the Vice President of the National Honor Society. One of the most important aspects of a National Honor Society student is scholarship. Scholarship is defined as a commitment to learning, but it means more than just a grade on a paper. As William Crawford once said, being a student is easy, learning requires actual work. Scholarship is about a thirst for knowledge and a desire to achieve in everything you do. It means staying after class to have insightful discussions with your teacher. It means coming in after school to get help on a topic you don't understand. It means working with your classmates to perform the best work possible, regardless of any reward. Most importantly, it means going above and beyond for the purpose of learning. Far from an inherited quality, scholarship can only be developed through time, diligence, and effort. It requires incredible perseverance to overcome any obstacles that will come your way and to bounce back from setbacks stronger than ever. It is a quality that must be cultivated both inside and outside of the classroom, whether it be in sports, music, art, community service, and any other activities that fill your busy lives. As NHS inductees, you all exemplify such a high standard of excellence. You bring this strong spirit into everything you do, and you have and will continue to demonstrate the importance of scholarship in every aspect of your lives. With that said, it is my pleasure to welcome all of you to the National Honor Society.
I will now light the candle for character. Good evening. My name is Aruna Tour, and I am the Secretary of the National Honor Society. In addition to your commitment to service, leadership, and scholarship, you have all demonstrated character. Character is the force in our lives that constantly guides us, allowing us not only to make the right decision, but to forge our own identities and determine the kind of people we wish to be. While it is commonly thought that character is formed by overcoming an obstacle in one's life, in reality, it is developed and nurtured over the course of a lifetime. As the Greek philosopher Plutarch once said, character is simply habit long continued. Whether it is helping a friend study for a test or welcoming a new student, these seemingly insignificant moments define you today and shape who you will become tomorrow. However, character is not just the sum of our decisions and actions. And the home of the brave, Great Valley we honor with heart, mind, and will. We hold your name before us on campus, on goodwill, our loyalty forever. But also our intentions. Why do we act the way that we act? Is it for superficial recognition or simply because it is the right thing to do? This choice is what builds true character. Character does not exist for the acknowledgement of our peers, but because it is a fundamental virtue that lives within us. And even more so, it is a fundamental virtue that allows our society to function and to thrive. The foundations of our community were built on the assumption, the kind, hardworking, honest, fair, and responsible citizens of our world, like yourselves, will be champions of progress and virtue. These characteristics have brought you all here tonight and will continue to bring you success in more ways than one. I look forward to seeing all the great things you will accomplish, and I'm excited to work with you all in the future. With that said, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to the National Honor Society.
I will now light the candle for service. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kate Cargan, and I'm the treasurer of the National Honor Society. American businessman David Green once said, "You need an attitude of service. You're not just serving yourself. You help others to grow up, and you grow up with them." As the new inductees of the National Honor Society, you all value the principles of scholarship, leadership, and character, but you all live with an attitude of service. While you are raising money to cure cancer or participating in a local food drive, you are all fueled by the yearn to help others. Some people volunteer simply to gain service hours to meet college application requirements. However, I can attest to the fact that volunteering simply to benefit others is the greatest gift you will ever receive. Some of you have already experienced this wonderful feeling of joy, and others are still just scratching the surface. Service is a commitment to the community, but it is also a commitment to yourself. By transforming this commitment to a passion to volunteer, to serve, to share, and to give, we have the ability to change the world. I commend and recognize you for your dedication towards service and your efforts to make the world a better place. Together, this society can accomplish incredible feats as long as we put service over ourselves. I find that as we get lost in service, we are able to learn more about ourselves, and I believe that this next chapter will allow each of you to find a new piece of yourself. I congratulate all of you on your achievements, and I cannot wait to watch all of you make great change.
I will now light the candle for leadership. Being a leader is a position of honor, respect, and responsibility. To quote John Maxwell, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." As we are here, we focus on the coming years, asking who will lead us on our journey. Tonight, we look toward you all with the hope that you will. Now, I know we've all heard this before. You need to show leadership. But what does this statement really mean? The word leadership possesses meanings for many different people. Leadership occurs in the classroom, on the field, and on the stage. Yet one thing is for sure. Leaders are bold and willing to do what is right to enact positive change. Leaders encourage, not discourage. Leaders sacrifice personal interests and instead yield to the needs of others. Leaders show the way because they understand how important it is to give others the opportunities to succeed. Leaders are confident and passionate individuals who want to make the world a better place. Tonight, you inductees have the privilege of becoming members of this organization, in part because you have shown you can lead. And not just because of the examples listed in your applications. Leadership is not measured in sheer quantity, but rather quality, mindfulness, and care. Your demonstration of humility in your achievements and strengths in serving others and the community have contributed to your acceptance and induction tonight. As the potential leaders of America, we, the National Honor Society members of Great Valley High School, should genuinely want to serve and lead the community that has helped shape us into who we are today. Remember, change begins with individuals like you and me. Congratulations to you all on your achievements. Go forth tall and proud as newly inducted members of the National Honor Society. Before we induct our new members, we would like to recognize another very special group of people. When the inductees applied for admission to NHS, they were asked to name one teacher, coach, or mentor from elementary through high school who significantly impacted their life, either academically, personally, or both. At this time, we ask these individuals to please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Now we ask the NHS members and inductees to please stand and proceed to the aisles. Parents, please refrain from taking flash photos during the ceremony. Okay, so I'll say this, and then I'll say that, and then, or you can say that. Yeah, we need the flashlight, right? That one doesn't work. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'll start. NHS seniors, please light the candles of our inductees. Please turn to face forward. We will now recite the pledge. I pledge to maintain my high scholastic standing,
To hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character
to endeavor intelligently and courageously to be a leader,
and to give of myself freely in service to others,
In so doing, I shall prove myself worthy of a place in the National Honor Society.